Wolfpack. Self-described as the world's first cooperatively played U-boat simulation, it's a realistic U-boat simulation currently under development. The developer team behind this is called Scavader Studios, composed of two lads, Oscar Whitberg and Iner Lundgren. Wolfpack was born as a school project of these guys, called HMS Mariulkin. When released, the game will be available through Steam. Wolfpack will allow 4 players to man a station on the U-boat. The roles to fulfill, each with its own duties, are Captain, Chief Engineer, Radio Sonar Operator, and Navigator. Okay, that sounds very nice and entertaining, but what's so special about it? I mean, you submerge to stay hidden, radio guy uses radar to localize the target, engineer guy takes you to the target, Navigator uses the periscope to have visual over the target, and the captain screams "Fire!" and you blow it up, and you all pat yourselves on the back. Hooray! Well, things are actually a bit more interesting. Unlike previous submarine sims, Wolfpack is designed for players to procedurally manage the submarine through manual interaction of valves, levers, and controls. Each player will need to bring a serious, responsible attitude to their duties. Well, at least that is what is encouraged, right? As the chief engineer, you must maintain the U-boat in course, in a specific depth, if not submerged, with the desired speed, while monitoring your batteries to make sure you don't run out of juice. In case you start running out of juice, you will need to emerge to start the generators. You only got 2. And you got 2 batteries and 1 propeller. So if you want to charge both batteries at the same time, you won't be moving. If you want to move while charging, you're going to have to charge one battery first and then the other. Hopefully you don't get spotted while emerged, because if you do, now you'll have to try and lose him if you want to survive, if you're not already dead. Talking about being spotted, the radio Sonar Operator is the one who is intercepting enemy communications. He will know where the enemy positions are, if they have spotted you, or if they lost you. He will be able to find the direction relative to you of the station sending each message. Also, he will detect enemies around you while underwater using the sonar, or while immersed using the radar to know exactly where the enemy is, bearing and distance. This is the guy that will find whichever target the mission requires you to destroy. The most complicated role, in my opinion, is the Navigator. He must use the periscope while at periscope depth, which is 10 meters and above, to spot aircraft before they spot you, and to find the targets visually. Once you do, you must find the distance between you and the target by recognizing the ship, finding it on your notes, imputing its height, and using a stadimeter prism. After that, you must measure the target's speed. This is done by timing how long it takes for the target to move through the crosshair. Then pair the outer ring, which is the target's length, with the inner ring, which is the time it took to cross the crosshair, giving you the speed in meters per second. Then, going to the torpedo computer, imputing a guess on the angle of bow of the target, which is relative to you, its bearing, which is shown in the periscope, the target distance, the torpedo depth, and the target speed. After that, you cross your fingers and hope you hit. Chances are, you won't. Well, so far it all sounds like a handful, doesn't it? Then we have the captain. He basically needs to maintain order in the U-boat, and must direct his men as required to complete the mission with a good strategy. He doesn't sound as much, but being an effective captain is no easy task. So there you go, that's basically Wolfpack. You can go over at their website, which can be found in the description below, and download the demo for free. If you want to know more about how to operate these roles, or how to configure the multiplayer, I got some tutorials for you. Also, you can find them in the description below. Or you can jump over to my channel. Anyway, thank you very much for hanging around. This was Crosscheck. Like and subscribe. See you around.